All righty then. What's up, Insane Rhetoric? What's up, Insane Rhetoric? What's up, Insane Rhetoric, man? Listen. What do you do when people make bad choices?
Run!
Run quickly, uh, especially if they detrimental. Man, what up, Insane Rhetoric? You know,
Oh my
is
god.
the world is upside down, and we trying to make it right side up. So we got stuff that we want to talk to you about. We sitting here, we got it on the flow. It's just crazy. So what's up, sister? What's good?
Everything good in my neighborhood, man.
Oh, I bet it is good. I bet it is good. I wouldn't know. I ain't been down that road in a long time, but I bet it is good. Shoot. So what do you do when people make bad choices, man? I know this
Run!
ain't. Oh my goodness, man.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh man, this is too early to be doing this. Man. I'm like,
Starbucks, Starbucks,
like
Starbucks. Click our heels
man,
three
right.
times. We need Starbucks. Starbucks.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
Starbucks in my life right now because this is the work. This is not the work of the Lord. This is the work of the devil.
Oh yeah.
Man, listen. So, eh, okay. Yeah. Bad choices. What happens, man? Like people make bad choices. Hey, you ever seen an 80-year-old drug dealer? Why you want? Why you want to
Oh,
wait till 80 years old to start hustling?
I don't know. I don't know why my friend. I know COVID upset a lot of stuff, but
Ah, man. And see, like for real, the drug game is in the toilet. When it came to dispensaries and different stuff like that, man, that changed the game. Like, you don't make the money that you usually make, on the street like that. You still can if you know certain people and certain things that's happening on the ground. But,
but people
but
they in the dispensary now.
yeah, but that's what I'm
That's
saying.
where they making money.
That's
They going to places where they can grow weed
Yeah,
legally.
but Pookie can't grow weed. Pookie he don't know nothing about no dispensary. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to realize the science behind that and do different
Mm,
what is it called? I don't
mm,
even know what it's called right now, where you mix
mm,
different things to get different kinds of effects. You know what I'm saying? So
mm.
whatever you growing, he don't know nothing about that. He know the street. Man, so I mean, it's a different type of animal out here now. I don't know though, man. That's crazy. On the other hand, I was somewhere, man, and I seen a dude walking around with a bag on his head. Boy, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh,
Wait a minute.
see,
Okay, so that's what we talking about.
yeah, I guess. Shoot,
Uh,
man, listen, I got
okay,
a problem.
okay. What's your problem? Tell us, tell us, tell us. Come on, step into, lay down on my couch.
I got a problem because I'm sick of women running around with bags and pajamas and old grandmama flip flops linked over, sliding through the street. But this was a straight dude, and he had a red and black polka dot bag on his head. Sent it to my co-host.
Oh,
He sent it to my co-host. I was like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
oh my god.
And he like out and the killing part about it, it looked like he was with his daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-uh.
And they was walking in the store together. I don't know if it was his daddy, if his uncle or something, or maybe it was his guy. I don't know. But in any case, you let somebody come out here and represent you like this, like, man, what is y'all problem? Man, listen,
Mm.
man, I'm telling you, man, y'all standing so low out here is pathetic. But you want to talk to people who have standards and got things going on, and you ain't got nothing, man. Get the hell out of here, man. I was like, nah, man, this is ridiculous. Then I was somewhere else. I seen some lady come out with a full robe on. I'm looking, the robe it looked like a coat, but I don't think that was a coat. That looked like a straight grandmama house of coat. Like
Grandmother house coat.
grandma's house coat, man. You know how grandma used to wear them house coats around the house, man. You know what I'm saying? And they be sliding on them little thin shoes that they still wearing out here. Grandmama didn't never pick up her feet. Like, baby, you know. Like,
Oh,
man, I was like, this is man.
oh,
I'm sick of this, man. I'm like really sick of this. This is just like crazy to me. I don't know. I don't know what these people problem is, but they got problems. They got a problem.
oh.
Anytime I look at people like that, I'll be like, they fresh out the jets. You know what I'm saying? They fresh out the jets. Whatever. You know, it's crazy. I don't know. What you think?
So I understand the bonnet as far as why we would wear the bonnet,
In the house.
right? I do struggle with why we wear the bonnet outside of the house, like past our curb. Like if we're going out to pick up the paper and go right back in.
Ain't no papers in the projects. Don't nobody deliver papers to Project House.
I'm here to tell you that we're not just wearing the bonnet outside in the project.
Nah, they wearing it everywhere. That's the problem.
We can have a house in a decent neighborhood and still wear the bonnet.
Listen, the bonnet shouldn't go past your front door and the address. When you coming outside and you about to cross that threshold of your door, you should leave that bonnet and them pajamas and that house coat and them little thin grandmama shoes you be sliding around the street in at the door.
Okay, so what you think about this? This was some years ago. So I had a friend who happened to be a man was telling me about this lady in his neighborhood. Wait a
This is finna go left. I feel it in my spirit.
minute.
I feel it in my spirit. This is finna go left. I just, oh, this is, Lord, help right now. Let's pray. Father God, we need prayer at this hour on the Insane Rhetoric Show because this is finna go left, Jesus. And I just feel it in my spirit, Vicky. This is finna go left. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord.
So this gentleman was telling me about how he go out pick up paper. This some years ago when they, when more people than not read the paper. He, the paper was digital. The paper was digital
Uh-huh.
at that time, but he picked up like he bought the. It's something about holding the paper in your hand and reading it. That's okay. So he picked up the paper. Wait a minute. Every morning when he would go out and pick up the paper,
Mm-hmm.
the neighbor lady would come outside to pick up her paper.
Mm-hmm.
The neighbor lady, the neighbor lady would come outside in this sheer bathrobe, like a sheer covering that resembled could be a bathrobe, but it was very sheer, very see-through.
So she was wearing a disco ball. Okay. She was wearing a disco ball.
She would come outside
like,
with nothing on under this sheer.
See, I don't understand.
She would stop to say hello.
No, you like you just gonna walk outside with a disco ball on, huh? You know, through a disco ball and you think that's cool. Like, man, like you say, that stuff with them freaking bonnets outside the house and them flip flops. That lets me know Keisha is outside project girl. It's like you just come outside looking any type of damn way. You don't have no type of respect for yourself to put on some clothes and look decent,
Yeah.
halfway decent. And you think that's You think that's the norm? That
But we
ain't that
don't put emphasis on what what we're wearing, how it makes us look, what it says about us. Like we don't put emphasis on that anymore. For example, what I've noticed in the school that I work at. No, I'm not gonna tell you name. So in this school, I'm not gonna tell you district. It's in Houston. It's a bunch of districts. I'm not gonna tell you.
it sure is, but ISD is one of the biggest ones.
Listen,
They like Cook County at a penitentiary in Chicago. They huge.
I noticed this. A lot of the little boys, African American boys, have like since people their mamas been getting their taxes back. So the children have been wearing new clothes,
New
right?
shoes, new
New shoes, new
shoes.
clothes, all of this, right? Because their mama got their taxes back.
Got that
Okay.
money.
So, they done got anywhere from $7, $8, $9, $10,000 for having, 15 kids, whatever. Okay, so they got their taxes back and they buying their kids some new clothes. They're not investing. They're not buying new cars so that they can get their kids to and from school.
But
That's not an investment, but they
that's a
buying new
need. It's a
clothes.
necessity. It's a necessity.
Right.
Especially if you're on a bus.
Yeah.
But see, like this.
But look, they've been getting their haircut too, right? They've been getting their haircut and all this kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So listen, some of the boys that normally would wear like, y'all call it braids, but back in the day we used to just call it cornrows, just wear their hair braided back or whatever. Okay. Tell me why it's so many little boys in there. One little boy, he was sitting with me reading. He normally have his hair cornrowed in a different little style. Tell me why his mama had his hair in all these little pigtails. I've been seeing pigtails. They might not call them pigtails anymore. I don't know what they call
It
them.
is like ponytails, different, just
Yeah.
loose braids.
Yeah, where they just twist them, but they
Yeah.
have them held down with a rubber band right here.
Mm-hmm.
They twist them up, and then they got them held down with a rubber band down at the
At the
bottom.
end. Mm-hmm.
Maybe they call them twists now.
They probably call them twists. Penitentiary hairstyles.
That's where I was going. I was getting there. Thank you for giving me that quicker. I,
We all seen boys in the hood and the dude with the ponytail sucking on the pacifier.
yeah, that one. Like it's been a lot of different, like
well, we know where he's going.
It's been a lot of different, and one of them, mama, is an officer, like a sheriff's officer.
That don't mean they're smart. What that mean to me? That's like,
so let me say this. Let me say this. When she come pick up her kid, when she come and she be acting all officer like, but when she come to pick up her kid, and you open the door to put her kid in the car, she got cigar smoke, just.
Yeah, like, listen. I don't think the police drug test the police. I don't. I don't think that's a requirement. We gonna have to look into that. I don't think they just do random drops. I think the police force is so hurt that they need anybody they can to work, and that's one of the problems that they have.
I think she been on. It's
Like
not. I think it's like a sheriff or constables that she is. Like,
I mean, that's fine. But like I said, like, certain things, like, I think you should drug test certain job functions. If you work at Walmart, why you gotta take a drug test? It's
so you
Walmart.
won't steal anything.
People who ain't on drugs are stealing from Walmart.
Yeah, but I'm just
That's not a prereq to grab a
no,
job.
I know, but I'm just saying they random drug testing everybody at Walmart because of the shrinkage
Yeah, but
aspect of it.
yeah, I mean I get it, but I'm just saying like that ain't a job you should have a background check for and a drug test. Not really. Like now, if you work for the IRS and you auditing people, oh, that's a federal government job. Yeah, if you're a contractor for the military over in another country, don't be like Brittany Griner and get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should be drug tested to make sure you ain't doing nothing that's gonna bring a bad light to the company or whatever, whatever. But like certain jobs, I don't think you should if you work at Burger King, why I gotta go take a drug test? What am I gonna steal, a hamburger? Like it's some stuff just don't make no sense.
Well, I know somebody that say they used to work for Sonic
Uh-huh.
and they used to fix the well back in the day when you could fix the cash register
Uh-huh.
where it would say certain things and
Yeah.
so they was the manager. They claimed they was the manager and they would fix the cash register to make less money. So every day they walked out with a certain amount of money in their pocket, but they
Mhm.
also fixed the inventory sheet so that they walked out with like boxes of burgers and
And that's
the meat.
that was a smart person because you can't fix the numbers without fixing the inventory.
Well, I don't know how smart this person is because now that they're older, they're making very, very, very strange decisions.
Man, that's probably just the nature of the beast. You know, you can be what is called a savant. Here we go. Here's the word for the day.
I
Savant.
don't know. They're not savant.
Oh, they ain't smart in nothing.
No,
Nothing?
no,
Nothing?
no.
Well,
I,
well, well, I guess we can cancel Savant out
this
because
particular person is making decisions today based on the way they handled themselves many years ago.
but
So you're
that's
not a
all they
smart
know.
person if you don't understand that many things have changed.
Well, I can agree, but it's something that he or she probably knows that they're good at. Maybe they're a savant in making bad decisions. Woo, there we go.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
And
hey.
by the way, they have been known to wear a bonnet. Just saying.
Is this a man?
Huh?
Is this a man?
Yeah.
He's not smart at all. He's not smart at all.
They wear a bonnet. They like for their hair to be long and they like to put it back in a ponytail
Did he go
and
to the
then put
penitentiary?
it no.
Was
And
he on
then put
his
their
way to the
Kangol
penitentiary?
hat on top. They put their Kangol hat on top of the ponytail.
Oh, this an old nigga. This a
I
real
just
old.
I
Oh,
told
this
you
a
I
real
told you
old nigga.
I told you.
This a real old nigga. I ain't seen
Because
a
ain't
Kango.
nobody wearing Kangol like that.
I ain't seen a Kango since 1979.
They still got them.
Damn.
They
I
still
don't
got
doubt it.
them.
I don't doubt it. But see, that's like I say, that's the style of an old nigga. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, because we got this spot back in Missouri and it's called Levain's. Levain's is like world renowned for hats. Like a lot of stars come to Levain's to get hats. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, what's his name? Cedric lives in Levain's. You know, because you know Cedric is from St. Louis, but he lives in Levain's, and like all the hats that you see him wear came from Levain's. And now don't get me wrong, two people I can see rocking hats. Cedric, I can see rocking a hat. Oh, a couple of people. Cedric, DL Hughley, and Pharrell Williams. Them boys, hat game is the truth. Hands down.
Samuel L. Jackson, but see, these are
I
all
don't,
old dudes.
but I don't see Sam rocking hats. I don't see him like that. You know what I'm saying? In certain things, I don't see him. But like when I see DL Hughley doing a comedy special, he got a killer hat on.
That's
Pharrell,
true.
when he out doing his music stuff and he's doing on a showcase in a awards, he got a killer hat on. Cedric, he got a killer hat on. I don't see Sam doing that too much. But I don't look at Sam, it's some stuff I just don't catch him in, so I don't see it.
But what's his name? Samuel. He kind of was the one that kind of like, okay, everybody was wearing them, but he kind of was the one who like made the Kangol hat what it
Jump off.
is today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember that doggone Kango, man. Everybody was like, man, I'm gonna go get me a fresh new Kango. I'm looking at this and I'm like, a Kango. But see, at the time, cats was rocking Kangos. Young cats like us, we was rocking pro models. We was rocking baseball cat hats, fitted hats, and stuff like that. We weren't thinking about no Kango. Kango, man, we're finna get a new pro model.
Levine's got some nice hats.
I told you they the deal. They are the deal.
Yeah.
And they sell women and men's hats. I mean, like a lot of back home, a lot of church women go into Levine's and buy hats, and they be some extraordinary space futuristic hats that cover their face with all that material around it, and they blocking your view of the pastor. Then they got cars running around the brim of the hat.
So Levine's got shoes too.
Yeah, they got some of everything. They got some of everything. Like
So okay,
if
so
you
let me ask you
in
this.
St. Louis, if you want to go get G'd up for anything major, Levine's is the place to go for it. Like they had a pair of ostrich shoes in there was like $2,500. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you looking for, because like they a high end store for most of the people who shop there keep that bread. They got their money. They got guap. They can go in Levine's and knock it on down.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if we were in Walmart and the same person that had a bag on their head with the flip flops, they got the flip flops on, they got the same crazy clothes on, but instead of having a bag on it, okay, I'm bonnet on their head, they got a
A curl
Levine
cap.
hat.
They got a Levine hat.
Yeah. But they got flip flops on and
And
they
then
still got them crazy clothes.
I would say that they're very misguided. They still jacked up. Cause don't nobody come out with no Levine hat and wear some PJs on and freaking flip flops and freaking like a Levine hat. Where are you going? Where are you going? See, that's a picture I like to take. I like to see it come out, come out from under the rock wherever you are and have a Levine hat on. And have a Levine hat on, and you had the audacity to put on a bathrobe and some pajamas and some flip flops and watch me talk about you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that Levine sells Kangol hats.
I know they do. I know they do. They sell everything. That's what I'm saying. They sell everything because they know they know them old niggas still buying them.
Yeah.
Oh, if you anything over 55, Kango is for you. Kango. I ain't like I say, man. All the older people that I know that I used to try to run with and learn from. they all getting sick and dying now. So I mean, the guys, they like, so it ain't a lot of them that cause I got a cousin. Woo. Man, if I tell you who it was, you'll be like, oh, okay. He was a Kango guy. I mean,
I think I know who it is. Is it the person I said I'd never be in the room with?
uh, him too. Yeah, him too. They was some Kango guys. So this was the time, like when these guys went to school, this was the time where they came out the neighborhood and they was gangsters. I mean, they was gangsters. And they went to school with three-piece suits and freaking what is it, briefcases. So you can know what era they came out of. You know what I'm saying? The, I ain't never seen a person go to school in three-piece suit. So you know that was a long time ago. So these guys used to do that all the time. That's how they dressed. They was like, "Hey, I'm finna go grab this," and they was like, "I'm finna go grab this suit and get this, and then I'm gonna go down and give me a Kango." I was like, I could, but when I seen some of them pictures, I was like, "Y'all did that for real?"
But Kangol still popping. They got baseball caps now. They got
They popping for old folks, man. Ain't no youngster finna put on. You'll never see me in a Kango. Yeah, I ain't finna go to the store, man. I'm finna get this fresh Kango. No,
nah. I think they popping for maybe like the young rap scene.
no, they not. Who you
Oh,
saying in the rap scene that got a Kango on?
well, I don't know because I don't really pay attention to rap like
Right.
that.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what was flying the rap scene. You will see Gucci hats. You will see Louis Vuitton hats. You know what I'm saying? And that's the right pronunciation for the company. It's Louis Vuitton. It's not Louis Vuitton. It's Louis Vuitton, the company. So, so you would see stuff like that. You would see Chanel hats, but you the only. All right, now here we go with the time again. The only nigga you might see with a Kango hat on who used to rock them back in the day would be LL Cool J.
Yeah,
That's about it.
but he old now too.
But that's what I'm saying. But like I say, he an old dude. He came out of that era. So that would be befitting for him. So, but like, man, you would never see Gucci Mane in no freaking Kango hat.
He might wear one.
No, he won't. First of all, his name is Gucci Mane. He's the Gucci Mane. He wore Gucci
Well,
a lot.
I'm just trying to tell you that all of their models are young people.
You
So
can get
that's who their
you
target audience is now. I'm just saying they
you can
targeting
get a
youngsters.
person to put on a hat to get paid. Doesn't mean that they're going to wear it. You pay me to put on a clown suit if it's paying enough. I put on a clown
Okay,
suit.
so let's go back. So if I paid you to go in Walmart with a bonnet and some flip flops and
No,
some pajamas,
no, that I won't do. A
you do
clown
have
suit.
you do have standards.
I do. A clown suit and pajamas is. You know, no. I'll put on the clown suit before I put it. Listen, I'll put on one of those Liberty costumes for the Liberty Insurance Company before I put on
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
before I put on some freaking flip flops in them. And I don't think so. Not I no, no, no. Can't do it.
Oh,
So on a lighter note,
oh.
Ukraine is still in the war with Russia. Ain't nobody shot this dude yet.
Mm-mm.
I just don't understand what's happening with.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that situation. I heard that the United States is sending a lot of stuff over there though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much so that they're depleting their own uh arms and ammunition issue. They say they're sending a lot of stuff over there that they're gonna have to remake. So you know what that means. Somebody gonna have to go to war with the United States so they can make some money and then recomp all those losses that they send over there to the other country. And then taxes go up again.
Right.
So let's just liquidate all our assets, send it over there to Ukraine, and we'll build another.
Right.
So like Cuba, like Cuba has all the old school cars down there. They're from the United States.
Right. So, okay, so this is what I want to know. This is question I have.
Question
Okay.
is,
Why people shooting up the Jehovah Witness why we shooting up the Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall?
probably because they tired, probably because they tired of waiting on Jehovah. I don't know. Like, they march around all the time. Jehovah is coming. Are you ready? I guess they wanted to make them readier than they wanted to go. Nobody knows. Who done shot up a Kingdom Hall? And which city is this in? Is it in Texas? Let's start right there. Is it in Texas?
Actually, no.
Where has this catastrophic event happened at?
Okay, so there was 6 people killed in a shooting in Hamburg, Germany. Okay. Shout out Germany. Hey, Germany, we know y'all listen to us.
Right. What's up, Germany? It's a Kingdom Hall in Germany. Hey. I'm trying to. It's a Kingdom Hall in Germany, for real. Like they usually are Roman Catholic, so that's why I'm like, Germany. It's a Kingdom Hall. Y'all follow Jehovah over there. The Watchtower, waiting for the return of Jehovah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a new lesson. First one I heard is a Kingdom Hall in Germany. It's a Kingdom Hall in the United States everywhere. You know what? Now that we on this subject, let's have a religious corner for a second. Why would I follow a religion that only says that you are allowed 144,000 people to get in? Now, I don't remember how long this religion has been in existence, but it is not as old as Christianity or the Roman Catholic Church. This I know. So, from the beginning and the start of the time of the Watchtower ministry, they ain't meet their quota. I'm just saying, 144,000 people is not a lot. That's a small city somewhere. So, how does that work? If you don't show up to the Kingdom Hall and do all this stuff and make sure you don't celebrate Christmas and Easter and all these holidays that everybody celebrate, don't even celebrate your birthday. So if you celebrate any of those things, does that mean that person get kicked out, excommunicated from the Kingdom Hall, and then somebody else slide in?
I wish Arsenio Hall was here so he could say things that make you say,
Man, because I'm like,
Because you
144.
asking me a bunch of rhetorical questions.
I'm just saying, cause like like it just don't make no sense. It don't make no logical sense. See, with me, you got to understand numbers. I understand numbers, so that don't add up. You lose one and put another one in.
Well, one of the people that died was pregnant, so the unborn child died too.
Oh my God, they use that.
I'm just,
I,
a gunman killed 6 people at a Jehovah's Witness hall in Hamburg.
mm.
Turned the gun on himself.
Yeah, we know he wasn't black.
A former member of the congregation. 4 men, 1 woman, and an unborn child were killed.
Okay, so like for real, I think that every church should have a therapist. Somebody that they can actually talk to that's not their pastor, that's a professional in that field.
Okay, so the woman, so then they figured out that the woman was wounded, but the fetus, 7-month-old fetus, was dead.
Wow.
He's unmarried. The gunman is unmarried, former church member. They won't tell us his last name. They calling him Philip F.
Well, I'm going with the assertion of this. If it wasn't near a military base, the likelihood of him being black is slim to none.
Well, he left the church community about 18 months ago. They said that he that apparently it was not on good terms.
This is why the church should have their own security with the ability of tactical takedowns.
Well, he shot himself.
I mean, that's fine and dandy, but I'm just saying, like, you don't know what's going to happen where you are, and then the way that the church has been attacked and different things have been going on in the church where people have been coming and shooting up people in the church. I think that you should have teams that's trained to do takedowns, honestly.
He used a semi-automatic pistol. He was licensed to own it. There was an anonymous letter sent to the police several years ago claiming that the suspect was mentally unstable and had shown animosity for religious followers.
I mean, can somebody tell me, is there anywhere in the world where we are safe anymore? And you know what? I'm gonna limit that scope. Is there anywhere in the United States that we are safe anymore?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We're not even safe in our own home.
No. I mean,
So
I don't even have to go abroad because some of the countries that surround us don't have a murder rate like we do. You know what I'm saying? And some of the countries around us, they even have prison systems like we do that are overpopulated. It's just, is there anywhere like I don't know, man. That's just scary. I'm telling y'all better get y'all passports and get out.
okay, well, don't go to Germany. Oh, I'm sorry, Germany. I know y'all love us.
What? What? What you mean I want to Germany? Germany is probably one of the best places to go.
Well, don't go to this church in Hamburg.
Don't go to that Kingdom Hall in Hamburg.
Let me correct it, because Germany, y'all love us. We love you too.
Some people that I know have went to Germany said that Germany is one of the nicest places you can be. I want to go there. I want to go there because I want to go to Auschwitz. I think I told you about that before. That's one of my bucket lists to do. I would love to see the the death camps. And don't fault me. I just would like to pay respects to those people who lost their lives there during that reign of Hitler. And I'm a historian. I like history. So I would love to just be there. Just like I want to go to the 16th chapel. I want to see the ceiling that Michelangelo painted on his back. So those things just, what I'm saying, in Venice, and sail down, what is it, the canal, the river canals, the little water boats sail down those places. I want to go there. If you
They
have a if you have a mind to stay in the United States and don't see nothing, something's wrong with you. Yeah, I said it. That's a public service announcement. You should get out and see things. I want to go to Cairo, Egypt. Matter of fact, my one of my aunties is finna get ready to go. I was like, hey, that's cool. I'm gonna have to pick her brain when she comes back.
so you're correct that the Jehovah Witness was founded in United States.
Hmm.
It's headquartered in Warwick, New York. But
Hmm.
but listen, they have a worldwide membership of 8.7 million.
Woo! Christians need to do better.
In Germany, they're in Germany alone, 170,000, 170,000.
That's a lot of people not getting no Christmas gifts and not celebrating birthday.
8.7 million worldwide.
That's crazy. That
Yeah,
is crazy. That's a lot of people.
yeah.
But if y'all call me talking about that ain't the way our doctrine go, listen, I done seen some of y'all that knocked on my doors and wanted to sit down and talk Bible with me, and I done let you sit down and talk Bible with me, and then I was proving you wrong in your assertions on things. So don't knock me because I'm just saying if you wanna persuade me, please know where to go besides Ezekiel and all the other Isaiah and prophets of old. The Bible is a whole book, so don't come with that half truth with me because you ain't gonna win. Thank
Robert
you.
Blake dead. Oh,
Who?
I know I changed the subject.
Robert
Robert
Blake.
Blake,
Why that name
Beretta.
sound? Who? Oh yeah. I'm like, why that
He
name
killed his
sound?
wife.
Yeah.
He,
89, wasn't he?
yeah, he he died.
Well, do we know him outside of anything other than Beretta and him killing his wife?
Yeah.
Should we should
Uh,
we should we mourn Robert Blake? Right. You ain't gonna miss him. But I remember hearing about that. Who else is
so
in who else is in the wonderful news?
so they got this lady, she going viral on TikTok. Which by the way, TikTok, since y'all can now press a button and make people viral, can y'all make some of my videos viral? I'm just saying. Anyway, listen. So it was originally supposed to be the people walked in and asked for a table for 13.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up being a party of 21.
Mm-hmm.
Church people after church. They come in together, sit down.
This can't be good.
They opted to wait to make sure everybody was gonna be there. Right. So they come in, they say they need a table for 13, but then they start adding chairs, adding chairs, adding chairs. They said, no, we're gonna just wait before we order. We're gonna wait till everybody get here. So then they start rushing the waitress. They they start rushing the waitress. So now she got it on TikTok. So the check ended up being $350. She worked her butt off. They rushing her and talking stupid to her. It's 21 people, not 13. The check is $350. She got $10 on the tip. She didn't even get 3%. 10%, of course, would have been $35.
Right.
Which, she still could have talked mess about because it was 21 people, but
Yeah, that's
if they had given her, oh, y'all, I don't know. So my son used to work in the food industry. And I used to like going out to eat with my son because my son, okay, it's not that I don't like going out to eat with him now, but when he worked in the food industry, it was fun going out to dinner with him. Okay. When my son worked in the food industry, it was even more fun to go out with him because it is fun to go out with him now. But it was even more fun to go out with him to eat because, he worked in the food industry.
he understood.
And he understood. So if I would, because he worked in the food industry, I understood. So like I always make sure I was given the tip, but I really started understanding about the tip when he worked in the food industry as a teenager. And so I was about to give a tip. And my son would tell me yes or no. Like he would be like, don't give her a tip. Don't give him a tip. I was like, no, son, I gotta give him a tip, you hear me? He's like, no. He didn't do this. He would name all the things this server didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then if it was a really good server, he would say, no, that's 20%. That's not 10%. Like he would.
Yeah.
And I'm that person who, if I have it extra, like,
give it.
right, it's nothing for me to go and order. Say if I want, okay, so when school's out, because I'm not a drinker, but when school's out, I'll probably go and I think I got a picture like this on our Instagram. School's out, last day of school, and I go order a drink after work because I'm happy,
You
right?
need it at the school's out. You need a drink and a couch with a therapist.
What's not on the Instagram is when I did that particular post. What's not on the Instagram is that I had that one drink because I'm not a drinker. But I tell y'all, I'm not a drinker. Yeah. I don't have no business even trying to drink. Okay, but
just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Just stop talking me around.
So, but that particular day, I had it to give. I had my little I think it was like maybe $5. What I had, it was an IPA beer.
IPA. I can't say nothing about those. I heard they were good though.
You had one, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's right. Oh, they did. They didn't. They said they were gonna give you one, let you taste it.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, so I left a $20 tip for that $5.
Yeah, that's good.
When I was walking off, she was getting ready to make a big deal out of it. I was like, have a good day.
Right. Because a lot of people a lot of people don't treat them like they need to be treated. Like, I mean, I heard years ago that the restaurant called Denny's, um, particular in Missouri at the time, that they were getting paid an hourly wage of like 275
I, yeah,
for, and I'm like, what? And then they say it's all based on tips for them. So if you're not a good server, you don't make no money in that industry like that.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think, now to me, you can call it what you want. For a company to do that, I think that's about on the same equivalent as picking cotton or being in the penitentiary, because you're giving a person a job to actually slave in. You know what I'm saying? Like that just doesn't make. But I don't know the food industry like that, so don't come jumping down my throat. I think if you're a person that's doing food industry and you like that type of job, I think they should give them an hourly wage of anybody else, $18 an hour, whatever, dollars an hour, but not no $2 an hour, and then you gotta hustle up on tips. That means you gotta always be at work and you ought to always be on your best. And that ain't life like that to me. It, I ain't never had listen, I ain't never had a fast food job. I don't know how that works because
Okay,
I knew
so
my standard was too high because I knew my patience and my attitude at the time. Like if you got crunk with me in a driveway, I'm probably the worst person you can have in a driveway. Cause me at the time growing up like that, I would have threw some hot grease on your tail and came out and whooped your tail. So that wouldn't that I just knew that wasn't gonna be for me. The closest thing I done got to having a fast food job was Emos in St. Louis, and I used to deliver pizza. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't know nothing about that.
yeah. Okay, so there's a federal standard based on fair labor standards.
Hmm.
Okay, so the basic combined cash and tip minimum wage rate
Hmm.
is 7.25. Because
Oh yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
maximum tip credit against minimum wage, $5.12. Minimum cash wage, they make $2.13.
Yeah.
And everything else they get is got to be tipped.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
then
wouldn't.
it's different. They got a minimum cash wage per state.
Hmm.
So it says here, state requires employers to pay tipped employees a minimum cash wage above the minimum cash wage required under the federal Fair Labor Standards Act.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't dare, knowing that I wouldn't go into an industry like that. You know what
So
I'm saying?
$6 cash wage, $6 in Missouri. If you couple it with the uh, minimum wage standard, it's 12.
And see, this is what I don't, and this goes with anything. I don't trust the gratitude of people. And when I say that, even if you at your best in that type of job, you gotta rely on the gratitude of somebody to give you and
And
provide for
people are not
you.
gracious.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's just like just like homeless people. Dude, what I look like giving to you and I see you out here every day. Why
In
would I fund
Texas,
why would I fund yeah, why would I fund you and you ain't trying to help yourself?
the minimum cash wage is $2.13. So here they make $2.13, unless they couple it with minimum wage, and then it's $7.25.
What's minimum wage in Texas now?
I think that's the 7.25.
You mean the state of Missouri is ahead of Texas in minimum wage?
I'm getting ready to find out because I don't know because I don't make minimum wage. Yep, $7.25.
Wow.
It's been that way since 2009.
And what's the state? What is Missouri's minimum wage? Because I know it's
Because
higher than that.
back a few years ago, it was a whole thing about minimum wage being brought up to 15
Right. And they did that.
across the board.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And they did that. That's what I'm saying. Because Missouri minimum wage, I know is higher than $7 an hour.
It's $10.30.
That, which is crazy because Texas is so big. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying? But it is the South. It
it
is it is the South still.
we didn't pick cotton for nothing. Oh,
Watch it. Watch it. Pretty
I
soon the
mean
minimum
it's
pretty soon the
comparable.
minimum wage is gonna be zero and niggas gonna be down there picking cotton. Yeah. Well, they can't get Negroes to do that. They're like, we didn't had our turn. You better get somebody.
So apparently the federal minimum wage is still $7.25. The federal.
Oh, okay.
They didn't increase it. But some states just chose to increase it to $10, $15 an hour.
Yeah, because they didn't have no choice because people were starting to do their own thing. And like I said, when the government set out COVID to everybody, it made people start thinking about their internal talents. And that's why the workforce is still down across the country because people realize I can make money at home doing what I love to do. Why would I go sit in a brick and mortar building and make you money? Makes no sense. Thanks, COVID. Thanks.
Oh, oh
I
my
guess Jay,
God.
I guess Rockefeller dream didn't ever materialize because he said, like I say, I quote this a lot and say he said he wants a group of workers, not a group of thinkers. Right now in this day and age, you got a group, a whole bunch of thinking folk, and they ain't no group of workers. They thinking for themselves and how to make it happen. So
Okay,
that ain't
so
work out.
Arizona in 2018, $10.50. They
See?
went up to $11 in 2019. In 2020, they went up to $12. California has gone up incrementally since 2018, and now in 2022, they are $15 an hour. Colorado has gone up incrementally as well, but they are now since 2020, $12. Delaware went from $8.75 in 2018 to $9.25 in 2019.
Ain't nobody in
DC,
Delaware. So I mean that's understandable. That's like being in Maine. And I
DC went from 14 to 15. Maine went from 10 to 12.
see.
Massachusetts went from 11 to this year, they are now at 15. Last year, they were at 14.25. New York, it went from 10.40 to 12.50. Oregon went from 10.75 to 13.50. Rhode Island from 10.10 to 10.50. Washington, the state of
Yeah,
Washington,
ain't nobody in Rhode Island neither though.
they went to from 11.50 to 13.50. Those are the only states.
They did increases. Hmm. That ain't I mean that's better than $2 now.
Now, I think that there are actually in total,
What is
um,
Alabama's? What is Alabama's?
there are 29 states actually who have a higher minimum wage than the federal minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
14 have minimum wages that equal the federal rate. That's Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 7 states either have no minimum wage or they have ones that are less than the federal standard.
Got you. What is
Yeah.
Alabama the number one slave state minimum wage? What? That's the that's the number one slave state behind Kentucky. I'm just saying. It ain't my fault. I
So
ain't write the history book.
725 for Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Good old Kentucky.
And Kentucky is 725.
How about Mississippi? One of the good old backwater hearts of slavery. How about
You do realize you're naming all the states that like to follow Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just
I do. That's why I called them off. There's a method to my madness.
Okay. 725. You want
Wonderful.
Florida too? You want
Nope.
Florida too?
How about the Peach State, Georgia? Georgia.
515. You want Florida now?
Let's take Florida. I'll take Florida for 400, Alex.
Because Georgia is the one with Herschel
Yeah, we know.
Walker,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
515. Okay.
I wonder why he is so low.
Florida.
Yes,
So DeSantis, this is why they like DeSantis, because it's $11 per hour.
Oh wow. Oh shoot, that's funny.
But that just started this year.
Oh, they won't get that till next year. If it started this year, they won't get that till next year.
And of course, it might go up now that he finally got the rights to control Disney World.
Yeah.
Because he was fighting it because they had their own system where they didn't have to do anything the state said. They ran as if they were their own country. Like
someone else we know over in Rome called the Vatican. Like them. I wonder where did Disney get that idea from?
DeSantis, he been hot on their tail, so he finally got it. So it might go up.
Where did Disney get that idea from? We gonna be our own government. Now you know you big when you can just tell the state, man, we ain't doing that. Oh, kind of like Texas. Texas be like, yeah, we ain't doing that. Matter of fact, is Texas still sending immigrants up to the capital?
Yes.
2 bus loads a week. I gotta get out of here.
Louisiana 725.
I would knock that out. I would say they would be lower than that, but okay.
No, it's Georgia so far.
Yeah, Georgia, of course. Good old Georgia. Georgia. I heard a joke.
Illinois is $13 an hour.
And why they ain't got no money? Because that's a broke state. You send a check to freaking Illinois, they ain't got no money. They will not return it. They will cash it and will not return it.
Michigan $9.87.
And you wonder why people robbing folks. Look at all y'all minimum wages.
You ready for this one?
Don't tell me nothing lower than $5, Lord Jesus.
Wyoming, $5.15. So and Wyoming and Georgia
is the same.
Wyoming, Georgia, they running neck and neck.
But ain't nobody up in Wyoming but mountain men. Ain't nobody up in Wyoming. That's cattle. Look, so what is it? North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. Ain't nobody up there for real. It's too cold for black folks.
North Carolina, $7.25.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, $7.25.
Those are black states. There's predominantly a lot of black people in those.
Virginia, $12.
That's a richer state. Virginia's known.
Are y'all trying to figure out where y'all want to live? I am.
Listen, it ain't too many people play. Listen, if I think
Maryland,
I was just gonna say,
13.25.
I was gonna say Maryland is a good place. Virginia is a good place, but they high end places, you know. Who else? Anything up there on that East Coast, Southern East Coast, you can find some nice places, but they gonna cost you
But it still probably is comparable to the 7.25 here because cost of living is higher.
higher. Yeah, exactly.
So North Dakota, 7.25.
I forgot about North Dakota. That's one of them other places. Don't know it's too cold for us. And if you up there, you ain't doing nothing but a lot of ranching because they got a lot of land, just fields everywhere. It ain't nothing to see up there.
South Dakota, $10.80.
Mm, mm.
Let's all go to South Dakota.
I don't think so. Been up there, then drove through it, don't like it. Nothing's there.
All right, take us out of here, co-host.
All right, you know what it is. This is the Insane Rhetoric Podcast, and you can check us out on IG. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter. We're on every platform imaginable. Long as you can spell Insane Rhetoric, and rhetoric ends in a K and not a C, you can find us. Listen, you know, midnight change can happen. It's only 60 seconds before you go into your new day. So expect change to happen and remember just to enjoy the ride, which is Insane Rhetoric. And we out. We'll see y'all next time. And get ready because we got a show coming up in like 2 weeks that's going to be awesome too.